tools and one dead blazer with a seized caliper or a rusted pinched hose, because that should turn more easily. It's also been sitting for 48 hours. Haven't used it. Didn't use it yesterday, I don't think. I don't remember. I got too much junk. I'm going to pull the wheel and see if that... Well, there is no bracket on this one. I don't think my hose is the problem. I think it's my reman caliper, which I know you guys said calipers from the Flap, friendly local auto parts, are junk. And I admit, some of their stuff is junk. But I've never had a problem with a caliper. I bought it 2 years ago. I put on 1,500 miles, 2,200 kilometers on the caliper. It sits all summer. But I also drove it to the maple syrup maple weekend last weekend, and the rotor, whatever was getting hot, was spewing off a little bit of fume, a little bit of oil vapor, oil drippings. Something is amiss. I've got a bad bearing, but I also think I have a bad caliper. I'll do a little bit of surgery, grease my front suspension and steering parts. And I've got a guy working in there on my white Suburban from Phoenix. Maybe we'll get that thing running. Wouldn't that be nice? Is that caliper seized? We'll find out soon. I was going to undo the bolts. I thought, oh, before I undo that, maybe I'll check to see if my caliper is seized. And I went to undo this bolt. It wasn't even tight, and I put them on. Anyways, something's wrong here, and I don't think it's the hose, because I got a long made in USA screwdriver, and that piston should retract with minimal effort. Caliper is seized, and I could just undo the bleeder, and even if the bleeder is open and the caliper won't return if it's seized because it's rusted into the bore, which it shouldn't be, but I'll go get a 1/4 inch or whatever size that is and see if I can check one more thing. But the caliper's going to be changed, and I have a new one sitting on the front seat. $23 with a $20 core. And once I bring back the defective one, I will get my money back, even though the computer showed a different caliper. This is the only one that I bought. Brake cleaner, BOGO, buy one, get one free. This caliper is remanufactured in Ching Chang, China? I don't know. There's the receipt, $22. Same price as it was when I bought the other one 3 years ago. And someone else mentioned that they don't like using these parts, but it's not much of a choice unless you want to buy from Rock Auto and wait a week for delivery and then send the core back and pay for delivery in both directions. So I'll just use the coupons that they send me by email. Wrong with sending coupons. Oil. Strip threads? I sure hope not. Strip bleeder? I've seen those rethreaded. This was a rusty caliper. You can tell by the sandblasting remains. Reman by I'll put some goopy anti-seize all over this thing. Doesn't say where it's remanufactured. OEM, original equipment remanufactured. Yeah. As long as it's got a lifetime warranty, and I don't mind spending the time to take it apart. Rust. I'm gonna take that bleeder off and take the caliper off, and be done in less than an hour. We'll get ready. Undo my bleeder, which I'm sure I put anti-seize on. I'm usually fussy about that. Now when I crank on this, oil should spurt out of there. Nope, still seized. It's moving a bit, but it should run right back into the caliper. Nope. Junk. Seized caliper. I read the comments. Someone put a power steering pump on. Was it the third one or the fourth one that was the charm? I'm going to save that little cap because they don't always give you a new one. I don't know why. It's a good idea to keep the dirt out of the bleeder. Otherwise it gets in there and rusts. So now I got that backed off just enough. I can pull off my caliper, get my fluid film all over my gloves. Yeah, and it's chilly. freaking nip in the air. Let's see what the temperature is today. Tomorrow's going to be warmer. Look at my driveway. I repaved that 10 years ago, and it's all shifting and seizing and right on the freezing mark. Half a degree below. Minus half a degree, 31 Fahrenheit. My beautiful driveway is getting dips and ditches, and calipers are seizing, and stuff is rusting. It's a brutal climate we live in. Or we could live in California and not have any water to drink. Unless you're in Palm Springs like I was, watering your grass and letting the water run down the street. Never understand why they do that. Shortage of water, and they're watering the gutters. Okie dokie. We'll keep you tuned in. My fluid film is working well, but still got a bit of rust. Just a little bit. All sandblasted and painted and fluid filmed to death. Someone sent me a video of some rust stop goopy that he uses. I gotta look into it. An alternative to fluid film? We'll see. I like the fluid film. It's not perfect, but then nothing is. This ain't planet perfect. I'll keep you tuned in. My hands are getting chilly.